One thing I've noticed from a lot of fans who seems to hate John Cena is that they really hate this guy blindly. Like, no matter what John Cena does, Cena haters have to have that little something that they need to find to discredit John Cena. Whether John Cena is actually putting someone over in a promo, oh no, he's just doing it for himself. You know? To me, I think they have a case of what I like to call CENAPHOBIA. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, I'm not afraid of John Cena. Yeah, phobia means fear. But you know what fear also leads to? Hatred. Blind hatred. You know those racists? You know, people who are racist against blacks and other foreigners and stuff like that? It's a phobia they have. It's called xenophobia. Or when people who hate homosexuals, you know, they usually call them homophobes, which because fear leads to hatred, you know? And I think that's what people, I think that's how I want to categorize people who just don't want to see the good points of a wrestler like John Cena and just always want to see the negative and negative and negative. Say, no. They have xenophobia. And here's one of the reasons why I believe they have xenophobia. Let's look at some reasons why they don't like John Cena. One, he can't wrestle. You know how many wrestlers in professional wrestling who don't portray themselves that they can actually go out there and put a headlock and do a lot of chain wrestling and stuff? There's a good amount of wrestlers who don't do that stuff. And still they're over as heck. John Cena was one of those guys. Heck, when he first started in the WWE, he was doing a lot of wrestling moves and stuff like that. But then, as he got popular, he didn't have to do much to get over. But it's always that same reason. He can't wrestle. Because I think it's ridiculous. I think it's a ridiculous claim. Now, think about this. When Roman Reigns first came into the WWE, first thing a lot of people said is, oh, we hate Roman Reigns. Right away they hate Roman Reigns because they look at him and say, oh, he can't cut a promo, he's big and muscular, therefore he can't wrestle. Now look at him now. Everyone loves him. Everyone loves him for, guess what? 3 moves, people. Everyone loves him because he has 3 moves that people go crazy over. They go crazy over the Superman punch. They go crazy of him doing the spear. And they'll go crazy over him when he does the triple powerbomb with the other Shield members. That's 3 moves that people recognize when they see Roman Reigns. But yet people want to complain about John Cena only having 4 or 5 moves. Oh, he has the 5 moves of doom. It's so repetitious. You know, he's very repetitious in the ring. You know who else is repetitious in the ring? Rob Van Dam. Name one match where you don't see him do every single move that he has. Like, he has to get in his moves whether he wins or loses. You know, name one match. Of course, in ECW, he was all over the place. He mixed it up. But when he was in the WWE and people think he's still the cat's ass, he's doing the same exact thing as John Cena's doing, being very repetitious. Most of the wrestlers in that company are very repetitious. Daniel Bryan's repetitious, going over to the corner, jumping and flipping over the guy, running the ropes, boom, flying elbow, or flying clothesline and stuff. Randy Orton, same thing. Second rope DDT, boom. Power slam, boom. Doing the whole getting ready to coil for the RKO kind of thing. You know, it's always going to be repetitious. Every wrestler, most of the wrestlers in WWE is always repetitious. Not just John Cena. So where's your excuse on that of him saying, oh, he's a bad wrestler? And another wrestler that doesn't show much of his wrestling ability is Roman Reigns. I hardly see him do a wrestling move here and there like John Cena has been doing. John Cena hardly does wrestling moves, yet he's still over. You know what I mean? The other thing that I also noticed about a lot of people, a lot of fans, and a lot of xenophobes complain about John Cena is the fact that he's always in the spotlight. Define spotlight, people. You know, like seriously, define spotlight. Just recently, we just saw him on Main Event. Main Event is actually one of the C shows of the WWE. We didn't see him in Raw, but we saw him in Main Event. So Is that the spotlight you guys are talking about? Or what do you think of the spotlight of, like, oh, he's always in the main event picture? Last time I checked, who's in the main event picture is Daniel Bryan right now. And did he have like a main event match at WrestleMania 30? No, it was kind of a high profile mid card match. To be honest with you, you know, define spotlight. Because if you're going to use that as an excuse, then every single wrestler who's always on Raw, who's always on SmackDown, are on the spotlight. Any person who's on TV is on the spotlight. Every person who goes on the pay-per-views or the special shows that the WWE Network wants to say is on the spotlight. So, where's the argument in this? Like, where is that argument? And then another thing they always like to complain about is his promos. His promos is repetitious. It's the same thing. So was Hulk Hogan when he talks about his match against this person, his match against that person, and it ends off with what you're gonna do. Same thing with The Rock. Yes, Rock is very creative, but he always begins with, finally, The Rock has come back to this. And it ends it with, if you smell what The Rock is cooking. Stone Cold Steve Austin. And that's the bottom line because Stone Cold says so. A lot of wrestlers out there who are actually famous has a catchphrase, and it always has the same type of way they do the promos. And also because during the promos, oh yeah, he's advertising his merchandise. Okay, name one wrestler that hasn't been advertising anything during their promos. The point of a promo, people, is advertising. They're not just advertising themselves. They're advertising the wrestlers they're working with. They're advertising the product. They're advertising the company. They're advertising the shows. They're advertising everything about where they work. That's what a promo is, people. And part of the promos is also selling what you're wearing. You're selling what you're wearing. You know, Dan Bryan does the same exact thing when he goes out doing a promo. He's wearing a Yes shirt. Look at Evolution. They have these new t-shirts. That's not advertising? Bray Wyatt's advertising too with those sheep masks. Having all those kids wearing the sheep mask. Now everyone wants to have a sheep mask. Everything they do in there is advertising. And right now the top seller, the top salesman in that company is John Cena. So who are you really mad at? John Cena or the company that believes in him, that he can actually sell things? Because WWE is the one that's actually giving John Cena the mic. They say, well, he's very convincing. He's actually selling merchandise. He's also helping selling toys. Also, everyone else is selling toys by just going out there and wrestling. And also selling video games too. So, if everyone's doing that, same as John Cena, why is John Cena the exception of him trying to hug the spotlight? You know, I just don't get this hatred. Yes, I know, we all miss Thugonomics. We all miss him as a heel. But right now, people are going to say, yeah, the company chose this. The company, that's what the company wants. You know what I mean? Yes, I could agree that his character is getting a little stale, that he should be doing something else. I could agree with that. But hating him because of him doing what the WWE is telling him to do, and the fact that he's actually putting himself out there as being the top seller because he actually is, it gives results, shouldn't blame him for that. And another thing I also want to talk about is people's opinion that they feel that he's a politician. I've heard a lot of people give their testimony to John Cena, those who are left the WWE. And you know something? They always have something nice to say about John Cena. How John Cena is a professional. How John Cena always willing to help out other wrestlers to get to the next level. You never hear anything about him going into the boss's ear. Mostly you hear that from a lot of former wrestlers, is like Triple H or Hulk Hogan or something like that. They like to get in the boss's ear. Or even Randy Orton too. But you never hear that about John Cena. So that kind of fact shouldn't even be a thought of saying that he's a politician. But anyway, That's how I feel about this whole xenophobe thing. What do you guys think? And I hope you guys actually watch this whole video and actually listen to it. Because I actually feel it's just ridiculous that a lot of fans are trying to come up with these ridiculous claims of why they hate John Cena. Like I said, if you don't like his work, fine. But coming up with stupid reasons is just stupid. And trying to find things of why we should all hate John Cena is also stupid and ridiculous. That is being xenophobic, in my opinion. But feel free to leave a comment down below, negative or positive. Tell me what you guys think and we'll see what goes from there. Have a good day, guys.